Literally, while I was explaining it on live, TikTok decided to take my live down, and they were saying it was like violent behavior. I don't even understand. TikTok, you're lying. You're lying, TikTok. Anyway, here's my rewrite of Disney's Descendants. Mind you, I came up with this when I was in high school, because the actual Disney's Descendants bewildered me. Also, I wanted to make it sapphic, because... So anyway, it would open with the reveal that Maleficent and Aurora's mother, i.e. the queen, were actually like friends. If you want to read more into it, you could have. But specifically, she did not invite Maleficent because of how Maleficent looked. And that is why Maleficent felt so heartbroken by not being invited and cursed Aurora. Like, she's still a baddie in Fae, so, you know, she got her own rules. So decades passed, Aurora has a child, and Maleficent's like, you know what would be real interesting? Me having a little kid too. I'd have it that the kingdoms are separated primarily by choice. It never made sense to me that the heroes managed to lock up every single villain. Anyway, there's only one bridge connecting the two kingdoms, which kind of keeps them messing with each other down. In the past, there was a war, but now everything's like settled down and they just kind of live their own separate lives. However, I'd have it that Aurora's daughter, which I like the name Aubrey, so we can keep it, Aubrey, now that she is, you know, officially a princess and is next in line to take the throne, wants to bridge the gap between the two kingdoms. Her idea is to bring over some of the kids from Evil Island to essentially learn their ways and their culture. Mind you, both cultures have been very separate, and both cultures have been lied to and have made up different rumors about what the other one is. Of course, Aurora and Philip are like, I don't think that's a good idea. And, their daughter is like, no, don't worry, it's chill. I'd also have it be revealed that Aubrey is an intense perfectionist, mostly because she is not biologically Aurora's or Philip's. She was adopted. Heavily implied that she came from Evil Island. So her perfectionism comes from the fact that she thinks she must earn the title she has been given. Furthermore, her and Ben are betrothed. They are both very good friends. Neither of them, like, really want to get married to each other, but they're willing to do it for the kingdom. Anyway, Mallory, because I think just having her name be Mal is weird, but Mal can be a cute nickname. Mallory is essentially, you know, coronated as to be the next queen. Maleficent's the queen of Evil Island. So on her coronation day, she's essentially like, let's go over the bridge and cause some trouble. So her and her friends, hop over and they're like, let's steal the princess's crown. Because, you know, they're dumb kids, like, they're still teenagers. I'd also have it that Mallory has, like, visible horns. Like, the horns aren't just decoration. She has horns and she has wings. The wings she normally keeps hidden, but the horns she doesn't. I'd have it that she meets Aubrey for the first time when she, like, snatches her crown and she's like, haha, teehee, I got your crown. However, Mal doesn't understand that what she did was kind of an act of war. So her and her friends get got, and I'd have it that Aubrey lets them go if they promise to come back for her whole cultural thing. To which Mal agrees, and Aubrey is like, please keep your word. Mal does keep her word, telling her mother about Aubrey's plan and the reconnection, and Maleficent's like, don't get your hopes up, but because this could end badly. Philip and Aurora are chastising the guards because nobody knows Aubrey's the one that did it. I have it that Aubrey does have some magical capabilities, but she mostly keeps them to herself. However, Maleficent and her crew with Mallory and her friends show up and they're like, hey, we heard about you wanting to extend an olive branch, so let's extend it. So Mallory and Aubrey are kind of paired together, so Aubrey can teach Mallory more about, like, the culture and kingdoms and vice versa. Both of them realizing that the stories they heard growing up weren't exactly true. I really like the idea of Aurora's mother, like, having essentially dementia or Alzheimer's, and seeing Mal and apologizing to her, thinking she's Maleficent, telling her, like, that was so wrong of me to ostracize you just based on your looks. That wasn't fair. I'm so sorry. I wish we could be friends again. That also helping Aubrey and Mal grow closer together. Now, Aurora and Philip are completely wary of Mal. Like, they do not like Mal. They do not like this idea their daughter has concocted. And Aurora, seeing that Aubrey is beginning to have feelings for the child of somebody who literally put her into a curse, is like, okay, you need to leave. She essentially uses a lot of the guilt Aubrey has about her upbringing, you know, being an adopted child and having to earn her way to be a princess, as a way to get her to marry Ben quicker. I'd also have, like, this really cute ball scene where, like, Mal and Aubrey dance together and they're having fun, and Mal tells Aubrey, like, run away with me. Like, we could be queens of the other Isle together. However, before Aubrey's able to run off with her, Aurora catches her and is like, you're marrying Ben tomorrow or else. Because, like, Aurora's like, I am willing to start a war over this. I'm willing to start a war over this. So Mal is waiting at the bridge for Aubrey, and, you know, Mal's friends are there too, when they hear the wedding bells. And, like, Mal's heart drops, and she goes and she sees Ben and Aubrey being married. Heartbroken, Mal goes nuclear and, like, starts destroying the academy and, like, destroying all of, like, the places that her and Aubrey went together. Essentially calling Aubrey out for being, like, conniving and evil, and everything she said Mal was. Think of that confrontation Marceline and Bubblegum had in the Obsidian miniseries. That's what I think. Anyway, Mal goes home heartbroken. However, that night, Aubrey, like, runs across the bridge. Mal goes to meet her, and Aubrey's like, you're right, like, that I let power, like, get to my head, all that sort of stuff. But before they can, like, truly reconcile, a bunch of guards show up from Aubrey's side and is like, you need to go home. I also have it that the fairy godmother is working for the royal family, but she also doesn't really vibe with, like, Aurora's whole, like, wanting revenge thing. Like, she understands it, but she's also like, you're causing more problems. There's a fight. I have it that Mal gets hurt, and that's when Maleficent shows up, and she's like, I'm done with y'all, and she breaks the bridge between the two kingdoms. When Aubrey wakes up, Aurora tells her, hey, Mal's dead, and whatever spell she had you under will wear off soon. Good night. And Aubrey essentially, like, freaks out, and she goes to where they have, like, a bunch of, like, cursed artifacts, and uses a dagger Maleficent made. It's essentially a MacGuffin of, like, it has, like, insane power, but you must stab it through your heart, and once you get the revenge you seek, you die. So Aubrey stabs herself in the heart, goes full Wicked Witch of the West, starts turning people to stone. Ben is like, oh no! So he hops to the other Isle and is like, hey, you need to get your girl. Maleficent's like, the only real cure is a kiss, because she was like, I didn't think true love's kiss existed. So Aubrey's going full maniac. Mal, using her wings, flies up to Aubrey. However, Aurora is under the impression she's gonna kill Aubrey. So she shoots Mal in the wing, ripping it. And when Mal and Aubrey meet, like, because they're, like, in the sky, Aubrey, like, the curse is messed up because Aubrey truly believed, like, Mal was dead, and that was her reason for, like, going nuclear, and the magic kind of, like, fucks up, and she begins to, like, fall. Because the dagger's like, hey, that thing you were using me for is alive, so no powers for you. So Mal essentially grabs Aubrey as they are, like, falling through the sky, and she turns so that her back is facing the ground, essentially trying to save Aubrey from the impact, like, wings wrapped around her and everything. Both Maleficent and the fairy godmother work together to, you know, save them from splattering. Mal gives Aubrey true love's kiss. They get married. Using magic, they join the two kingdoms together. Aurora and Maleficent have a reconciliation where Maleficent is like, I shouldn't have cursed you. You had nothing to do with what your mother did, and that was cruel of me. I'd also have it that Maleficent cures Aurora's mother's, like, dementia. They also have a reconciliation, and Aurora, of course, reconciles with Aubrey. Her reaffirming that even though she's adopted, she will always be her daughter, and she loves her. And then dance party. That's my idea of Descendants.